Senior Account Manager at Sentrol, your source for sensor and control solutions. Sentrol is a manufacturer's rep and value-added distributor for market leaders of instrumentation products. We specialize in the support and technical solutions for the measuring, controlling, and sensing of liquids, gases, and steam in the manufacturing markets throughout New England. Today, I'm going to introduce you to the 4116 Universal Transmitter and the 4501 Programmer and Display from PR Electronics. PR Electronics is a trusted partner for factory and process automation and prides itself on its dedication to R&D and manufacturing of signal conditioners, converters, and transmitter devices. PR Electronics is one of the world's largest manufacturers of temperature transmitters. They're headquartered in Denmark, but have a U.S. headquarters in Chicago where they handle inventory, sales, and technical support for the United States. Here is my demo unit of the PR Electronics 4116 Universal Transmitter. It has 4 basic functions to improve and simplify your process signal transmission needs. As a universal transmitter and converter, it can take various input signals ranging from RTDs, a thermocouple, linear resistance, potentiometer signal, voltage, or milliamp, and transmit or convert that to a milliamp or voltage output. Second function would be as a scaling device. For instance, if you have this hooked up as a temperature transmitter, your temperature device may have a very high-low range that it can send this output signal for. You can reduce that range into a usable custom range for your process monitoring needs. Third function would be as a signal alarm device. I have a Type K thermocouple attached here. You can see as I hold on to the sensor, as the temperature increases, it's set for an alarm. If this was to be used as a level transmitter, the relay could be used to send a signal to turn off a pump or whatever else signal you want to send out. The fourth basic function is as a signal isolation device. As an isolation device, the power, output, and input terminals are all isolated. They are tested, every device at the factory is tested with a 2300 volt AC signal to make sure that everything is isolated and that there are no problems. Every device is tested at the factory, which is very unique for these types of transmitters. Additional features and benefits of PR Electronics 4116 Universal Transmitter make it one of the best in the market. With a response time of less than 400 milliseconds and an accuracy of 0.1% of span, it's one of the most accurate and fast responding transmitters in the market. Has a low power requirement, which means there's low heat admittance from the device. This allows for units to be mounted directly next to each other within a panel to conserve space. Other devices in the market have cooling fins that allow air to flow through the device for cooling. The downside to that is they can only be mounted vertically. PR Electronics has no cooling fins, so it can actually be mounted horizontally in a panel. This can save a lot of space in the panel and make for quicker and easy installation. DIN rail connections on the back and installation diagrams on the side to allow for diagrams of where to do your power, your relay connections, your output signal, and your input signal. Each of these clips have terminal screws, and the blocks are removed for easy wiring. Each block is keyed, so it can only go back into the appropriate spot. Easily snaps back in. And the front visual displays has a green fast blink signal to show that everything is appropriate and proper operation. In the event of a faulty input signal changes from a fast blinking to a slow blinking. Once the device is connected again, goes back to your fast space, and then again we have the relay lights to signal when the relay has tripped. All of the 4000 series transmitters, including the 4116, can be configured using the 4501 interface module and display. The unit simply attaches to the front of the transmitter, snaps in, and is removed by lifting up on the bottom, pinching, and pulling forward. The interface has a LCD screen and 3 push buttons to configure the transmitter. Configuration is easy with scrolling help text. You simply, to enter configuration, press the OK button. This one is being set up as a temperature transmitter as a thermocouple input, and this one is a type K transmitter, so we could essentially scroll through all the different types of thermocouples. There are 13 options to choose from in the display. You simply scroll using the buttons, and if you happen to make a pass at one, you just simply hit the other button to go back. Press the OK button to make your selection, and you can continue on through the programming, choosing your units, scaling options, relay settings, output signals, and other more advanced settings. When you get to the end, it'll let you know that everything has been entered, and you will go through a short wait period. Once the wait is gone, now it lets you know that all the settings are now saved in both the interface and the transmitter. And the unique part is that since they're saved in this interface, you can now take this and transfer it to another transmitter, attach it, and by logging into the advanced settings, you can essentially cut and paste the existing settings of the interface into the new transmitter, saving a lot of time for installers. The display itself has the input signal in units. It has your output signal. There is a flashing dot that indicates active communication between the interface and the transmitter. There is a trending arrow to show the input signal either increasing or decreasing. And there is a relay indication as well. If there is ever an interruption in the loop system, the display will flash and it'll show a code depending on what the error is. This one happens to show that there is a sensor break because I've disconnected the input signal, input wiring. After it's all connected, status goes back to good, everything's working properly. And there you have it. That's the 4116 and the 4501 from PR Electronics. I hope you learned something, and I appreciate your time. Feel free to call Sentrol with any questions, and remember, please call Sentrol when your process gets out of control. Bye.